Hi, I'm Ben. Welcome to my book corner. We have another unboxing today for your paper quest, and there's a bit of a Halloween theme going on. Now, normally I open this on camera, however, I have already seen what's in the box because when it came through my door, Royal Mail had managed to leave it missing part of its packaging, which was very kind of them. Fortunately, everything seems to be here and still in one piece. Don't quite know how they've managed to tear the side off the box, but never mind. So this month's theme is blessings and curses. So we can't believe it's been a whole year, but Halloween is officially just around the corner. We couldn't be more excited to share our October box with you. What better way to celebrate spooky season than 3 dark stories that you can get lost and maybe found in? Our first novel is A Wild and Whispering Curse by Sarah Dalton. Murder, magic, youth. It's easy to point fingers and get lost in this coming-of-age story. We follow a young witch as she navigates the complexity of family, trauma, and self-image, hitting us with equally strong doses of hope and despair. So, I'm knocking things off. So, as normal, these come with a little side card and the quote marks. So the first one, as just mentioned, is A Wild and Whispering Curse by Sarah Dalton. I apologise for the glare from the ring light for this one. I'm recording this at a truly awful time. I think it's like 1 a.m. in the morning. Because I went to see Beetlejuice, and it was good. And I'm not saying it a third time because I don't need me to be haunted. So, the quote mark, first of all. I hope I don't always feel like this. Like everyone's problems pale compared to mine. Like I'm alone, lost to my own pain. So I'm going to start by reading this first of all. Hello, lovely reader. Obviously doesn't know me. I'm so excited to be sharing this book with you. A Wild and Whispering Curse is a crazy ride that took me over 10 years to complete. It has been through many iterations, titles, and formats before it finally became the book you are about to read. I started doing this story during a NaNoWriMo attempt back in 2012. I don't know what that is. But I reached the halfway point and completely lost my way. Beth, Flora, and Heath were all set to fight evil when I completely blanked on what was going to happen next. Every few years, I'd open up my Word document and look at it, wondering how to finish the story. It has so many elements that I love. A creepy house, unusual friendships, a hint of romance, magic. But I guess sometimes a story needs time to breathe. In this case, a full decade. I finally opened up the Word document again in 2022 and got to work. This time, with more world and writing experience under my belt. I love Beth. She's brave when it counts, but it's not something that comes easily to her. I find her so relatable, but that's maybe because I wrote her. Get lost in Mossbrook. Imagine you're at Moss Manor. Spend some time with Flora and Heath. Grab a cosy drink. Sit down in your comfiest chair and enjoy. So that's the note from the author. The actual blurb for this one. When Beth Bayliss is ripped from her cosy foster family and sent to live with her stern great-aunt Erica, she thinks life can't get any worse. Her new home, Moss Manor, seems to groan from the inside out, and the walls whisper an unnatural curse at night. Making friends at Mossbrook School isn't any easier than living in the manor, especially when the village teams with secrets. And when Beth discovers a shocking local murder, she's plunged into a mystery that twists deeper than the roots of the menacing trees outside her bedroom window. Beth must unlock her hidden magic if she wants to lift the curse haunting the village. But can she defeat the Whispering Dark? Or will it swallow her whole? So this comes in at 319 pages. So there we go. I've just seen that there's a series involving magic and dragons. So probably going to go check that one out because we all know what I'm like for magic and dragons. I want to reverse the way around for this one. And the next one up is Steen by Steve Russell. And straight off the bat, I'm getting some major Constantine vibes off this, just glancing at it. So, while investigating a series of occult murders across Greater London, Steen, a disillusioned demon hunter, becomes entangled in a deadly game of deceit and demonic cunning. Definitely getting vibes of Constantine. Together with his angel capuchin partner, Raphael, the two race to identify the malevolent entity behind the killings, desperate to banish him back to hell before more chaos and bloodshed ensue. Steen's attempts to stop the demon's violent disaster pieces, I love that term, only draw the two closer together. Their connection deepened in unforeseen and obsessive ways as Steen and Raphael do all they can to stop the creature's grand demonic plans before London falls. So, definitely Constantine vibes. So that's Steen by Steve Russell. So, the letter states as follows. Our second novel is Steen by Steve Russell. On the outside, the titular Steen is a down-on-his-luck failure. Behind the facade is a demon hunter, aided by his angelic animal companion Raphael the Capuchin. Steen is an education in demonology from a well-read author and brilliantly paced page-turner with a really lovable cast. So, the quote for this one. We all need help from time to time. It's having the strength to accept it that can define us, which is very true. So, another off piece. This one is actually a little bit longer. So, Steen is a London-based supernatural story filled with demons, angels, a surly Canuck, and his monkey sidekick. If this sounds like something you'd enjoy, I hope you check it out. All the best. That was the tweet I sent, replying to a rallying call from your paper quest, Stephen, for indie authors and self-published books in the hope of piquing his interest. Thankfully, the planets aligned as the very next day, Valentine's Day no less, Stephen shared his thoughts on Steen's first chapter, praising its tone of voice and characters, calling it a very grounded Constantine. I knew I had Constantine vibes off this, and complimenting the vibe of the novel. For an author eager to find and connect with their core audience, this was lightning in a bottle praise that didn't just make my day, it made my week. All the research, there was a lot, and it was fascinating. Plotting, planning, writing, rewriting, expense, rewriting, self-doubt, concern, rewriting, and occasionally a smattering of self-belief led to the book you've received today. To quote Brad Pitt's David Mills from Seven, what's in the box? The answer, Steen. Now, fair warning, the book has some heavy themes alongside the demonic thrills and supernatural chills, and it isn't willing to pull its punches where it matters, as it tries to grip and thrill and entertain. It also has an angel capuchin sidekick. So, thank you to Stephen for championing Steen, and to Ryan for giving it a chance, and of course, to you for being open-minded to punk rock indie authors' voices and stories. Planned with an indie mind, written with an indie heart, and born from an indie spirit. I truly hope you enjoy Steen and have fun meeting the titular Canuck. He's a surly sort, but deep down, he's a decent guy with a good heart, really. This is definitely going on to my October reads. If you know me in anything, you'll know that I have a mild obsession with magical characters and wizard characters or warlock characters. Constantine is my favourite DC hero, and it's not even close. So this is exactly my vibe. Definitely going to be hitting that one by the end of the month. And then we actually have a third book this month. Our third entry this month is a novella, Gone But Not Forgotten, by Iseult Murphy. I apologise if I've just butchered that name. Stunning artwork and a story that has us on our toes from beginning to end. What's meant to be a relaxing Halloween amongst close friends turns into anything but when the ghost of a loved one appears. This one stayed with us for a good while after. So this doesn't have an author piece like the other ones, does it? It has a poem, spoken word performance. Not sure what the right word is. It's split into 3 verses. The first one, the first letter of the word spell of the first English letter of each line spells eventually the word beware. The second lot is danger, and the third one is go. So, reasons to avoid the dead on Halloween. By what purpose are the dead entangled in the strands of life relaxed? What spurns the lingering presence of these deceased are deeds of love or hate that once filled their head, resulting in their passage through the weakened veil. Envy of our life, perhaps, our chance to make amend. Denied change, they cannot reconcile nor offend, are the mysteries that lie beyond freedom of a jail. No, seek not to conjure spectres on All Hallows Eve. Give them no reason to return. Evade them at all costs, and please be wise. Rule states when summoned, the dead cannot leave. Ghastly are the reasons, as you will learn. Once here, the veil is closed to all, till someone dies. That was in cursive, hence my stumbles, so I apologise for my terrible reading of that one. But this is Gone But Not Forgotten, and you cannot get more Halloween than a black cat and a pumpkin, let's be honest. So this one comes in at 109 pages. How well do you really know someone? It's been 1 year since Bill found his wife Donna dead in the bath. When his neighbour, Mare, we'll go with Mare for now, agrees to keep him company on the first anniversary of Donna's death, he thinks he might get through Halloween in one piece after all. Except Donna's back, and she's not happy to find Bill with another woman. How far is the gulf between good and evil, between life and death? Find out in this spooky Halloween haunting, Gone But Not Forgotten, with illustrations by the author. I have flicked through this already to look at some of the illustrations, and again, definitely going to be reading this. These are pencil art, is probably the best way of describing them. So you got things like, that, if you saw that in a darkened room, you would not be a happy bunny, would you? Let's be honest. Let's find another one. That's a picture of sheep. It's just all the cats and the birds just staring at you. That'd freak you out as well. Definitely going to be reading that as well. I'm looking forward to hitting both of those this month. Hopefully I will also get to what the Wild and Whispering Curse. My brain just completely short-circuited there. Also, don't forget, if you're interested in indie books, please consider following Your Paper Quest both here on YouTube and over on X or Twitter or whatever that damn thing's called now as well. But that's it. Do any of these books sound interesting to you? Also, what are you reading for Halloween? Let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you all very soon.